Hello!
And welcome back, or welcome to Books and Crannies.
A book lovers podcast.
Damn Swizzy. My name's Danielle.
I'm freaking Sarah.
Yeah, yar. Yar.
Yeah, yar.
Dudes.
Yar.
And, well, y'all, hear me out. We read Shatter Me the last couple episodes. The first book in the series.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't stop there.
We couldn't.
It was real good.
We were planning on it, and then we said, nah, dog.
We want more.
We need it
We
now.
need to drink it all in stat.
Yep.
Except we're not doing all of it at
No.
once. But
Certainly not.
today, we're going to be talking about the first novella in the
Yes.
series, Destroy Me.
Yes. And the first 13 chapters of Unravel Me.
Yeah. By Tahereh Mafi.
Yeah.
Look at me remembering the author's name.
Way to freaking go.
Toot shoot.
Yikes.
So, yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit of a different episode because we got to, there's two to talk about here.
Yeah.
And I liked them both.
I did too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any novella, I am always like, we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Destroy Me is about Warner. It's from his point of view.
His point of view, like, after Juliette goes with Adam.
After she bangs him. Whoa. No.
Whoa. She did not bang him.
No. With a weapon.
Yeah.
Firearm.
Right in the shoulder.
Right in the shoulder. Was it the shoulder?
I don't know, actually.
I think it was an arm.
I know it was an arm.
An arm was
know
related
shoulder,
to the
though.
injury.
Yep.
He cannot use his arm.
No, he can't.
Yeah. We'll start there.
Yeah.
I am just rambling, so we might as well talk about
Certainly.
the book in a rambling fashion.
Yeah.
Instead of other stuff.
Let's go ahead and dive in.
Yeah, dude.
So grab a freaking snack.
And a blankie.
And a drink.
And just, I don't know, chill out, man.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Don't go vacuuming now.
No, come on. Don't go vacuuming now. Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's the July 6th, I think. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was right. We both looked at our watches. Who are we? Where are we? So if you hear fireworks, it's my neighbors being wild.
Yeah. You'll have
My dogs
to
are pissed.
excuse the bangs.
Yeah. Bang, bang, boom, boom.
Back to episode 1 that we recorded on freaking New Year's Eve.
I was about to say that.
We're not tooting. It's just fireworks.
Come on. Jeez. Quit not giving us the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, come on.
Because we all know you're doing it.
Get it together.
We all. The two of us.
And all of the audience. Come on.
Every last one. All right, really, though.
Yeah,
let's talk
get
about
in there.
it. God, get in there. Yeah, so first, Destroy Me.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, it proceeds... Is that the right word?
Sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Not precedes, proceeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shatter Me.
Yep.
From Warner's point of view.
Yeah.
And it starts with him, like, right after the event in the prologue. He had just gotten injured.
Yeah.
He just got shoo-shoo bang-banged. And he's, like, surrounded by his soldiers. Mm-hmm. And to himself, he's thinking how essentially useless they all are. Because they're still waiting on him to give them commands.
Even though he's gravely injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's, like, bleeding out. And they're just like, And so...
What do we do, master?
Yeah. And so through his, agony, he has to start barking out commands.
Yeah.
And they eventually get him back to home or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we're diving into that. And he is not doing so hot.
No, he's in bad shape.
He is. But he also is stubborn and doesn't want to, like, take the doctor's orders.
Yeah.
And take a break for a few days.
Yeah. Well, I feel like he can't, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the people around him are kind of...
I mean, yes and. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that they all don't like him. None of his soldiers like him.
Yeah.
And a lot of his, like, mentality through this is knowing that most of them wished that he had just died.
Yeah.
From this injury rather than make a recovery.
Yeah. Well, and he doesn't want them to see him as weak because he's injured.
Right.
So he's, like, trying to push through.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're healing, just within a few days he would have been okay.
Yeah.
Rather than weeks after a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
So, like, you could have given yourself that. But I know he's trying to save face. He's trying to look powerful. He's trying to look like the escapees that bound him and left didn't destroy him.
Yeah.
Much like the title of the novella.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. But anyway, he wakes up after having been worked on by the medics.
In the hospital wing.
In the hospital wing. And his, like, right-hand man... Delaloo or something?
I don't remember.
Delalu.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Who apparently is much older than him and has, like, been serving in the reestablishment since his dad started it with all the other dudes.
Yeah. He was, like, around when Warner was growing up.
Yeah. But he's still very subservient and has no desire to, like, move up in rank. He just wants to serve Warner. And I'm like, I wonder if that's part of him, like, wanting to fatherly protect him. Too many Lees. Be sort of a father figure.
Yeah.
To Warner, because his dad's kind of a piece of work.
Yeah. I have a little bit of suspicion that maybe he's, like, still really tight with Daddy. Yeah. And isn't actually as docile as he makes Warner believe he is. Maybe. And maybe he's, like, trying to get dirt on Warner.
Maybe he's a spy.
Yeah.
For Daddy. He's undercover for Daddy.
Yeah.
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 But he's the only one who, like, seems to like Warner, whether that's true or not.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he shows him.
Yeah.
But Delalu is there, and he's like, hey, boss. What's up?
What do you need, dude?
You need to heal.
Yeah.
The freaking people gave you these drugs that you can only take this amount a day.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to, like, make him produce blood, like, I don't know, up his blood count or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, swell. And then also, Warner's like, okay, what about Kent? Adam. And what about
Adam?
What happened? Tell me the juice.
Tell me he's dead.
The deep deets.
Or something.
Yeah. And Delalu's like, ooh, boss man.
About that.
He's gonzo. He's out of here.
And Warner's like, what the hoodly heck?
What the hoodly heck? and Delalu's like, well, hear me out. It shouldn't have happened. Because we put him in a very secure building.
Yeah.
That was, like,
the entrances were rusted shut.
There's no way anybody could have... How did they get in, then?
That is a great question.
Did they drop through the ceiling, like, freaking Spy Master style?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
how would they have gotten Adam in there? A very injured Adam.
I don't know. Let's chuck him down a hole.
He's going down the trash chute.
Yeah. Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But... Delalu's like, listen, dude, we don't know what the heck happened, but the door was absolutely shredded up, ripped to pieces.
Yeah.
And we have no explanation. Yeah. But Kent and freaking Juliette are gone.
Yeah. And Warner's like, take me there right now.
Take me.
I need to see it for myself.
I need to see the goddamn door.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it's freaking ripped apart.
What the hoodly heck?
As if some wild animal ripped it up.
Yeah.
Lead door. And he's like, oh, what the heck? But then he knows damn well that it's Juliette.
Of course.
He's like, oh, look at her using her powers.
My baby.
Oh my God. Even though she shot me and ran away, I'm still very impressed.
Oh my God, I love her.
And I'm still very obsessed with her.
How hot.
Ooh! Shred my door anytime.
I love it when the women run away from me.
Honey, Warner, he's got a lot of demons of his own.
Certainly.
Yeah. But he confirms that the door is in fact shredded.
Yeah.
And that Kent is in fact gonzo.
Bye-bye, Kent.
Bye, Kenty boy.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and he's like, okay, we have to call a meeting. I got to address my sector and let them know what the heck happened. Like, you know, get it under wraps.
Yeah.
And Delalu's like, great. Got it. I'll call it. Also, just so you know, I sent out a memo or an announcement or an alert or whatever to all the other sectors
to keep an eye out.
And he's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Are you dumb?
Dude.
Come on.
Idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's going to, you know, alert all the peeps to, like, start uprising potentially.
Well, and it's like letting the other leadership know that, you know,
Warner's weak.
He done fucked up.
He done fucked up big time.
Yeah.
He lost this, you know, thing that he's been... Juliette.
Yeah.
I almost said Violet. This weapon of his that he's been, like, boasting about.
Yeah.
To the higher-ups.
Yeah.
Namely his father. And also Kent. And another soldier. 2 soldiers.
Yeah. Freaking
Kenji. So he's like, that's not good.
Yeah.
So he sends Delalu away and then realizes how fucked up he feels.
Yeah.
And he's been popping those pills all day long.
He's taking way more than he's supposed to be.
Far more.
Which, buddy.
Come on.
Go take a free nap.
Yeah, instead of popping pills.
Or, like, I meant just rest, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of being out and doing all of this.
Right. You're clearly not okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when he got up the first time, he could barely dress himself.
Yeah.
He was, like, panting. He just, like, threw a jacket over his naked chest. Because he couldn't get a dang shirt on.
Wiener.
But then he gets to his room and is like, I'm not okay. And, like,
Yeah.
passes out on his bed and starts having, like, vivid dreams of Juliette and, like, still obsessing over her. And then comes sort of in and out of consciousness with the medics being like, how many did you take? Like, oh, he must have went unconscious. Like, this isn't good. Oh, shoot, dang.
Oh, shoot, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And then he is just asleep for a while. Like, a couple days.
Yeah.
But then, when he wakes up, Sarah...
his freaking daddy's there.
Daddy! Pops is
Pops.
there. And he's like, what's up, idiot?
Yeah. And Warner's like, how long have I been asleep? And he's like, 3 fucking days, you dumbass.
God damn it, you should have
What the hell
rested.
are you doing?
You stupid idiot.
God.
Ow. I don't know what that was. That's what I was trying for.
But you just went, oh.
I sure
All right,
did.
Goose.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, his dad's there, which Warner really, really dislikes him, naturally.
I do not blame him.
Yeah. We start to learn a lot about his past and how, like, abusive his father was.
Yeah, and still is.
Yeah,
honestly.
for sure. He just treats him like an animal.
Yeah.
Like a stupid little baby child.
Mm-hmm.
Baby child? Man child.
Sweet baby.
Sweet baby rays. He treats him like barbecue sauce.
I would treat barbecue sauce better than that. Come on.
I mean, barbecue slaps.
I actually
Especially
don't
sweet
like
baby
barbecue
rays.
sauce.
I mean, I don't. It's not my favorite, but
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
no. When it hits, though, it hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes, like, you need that
Sometimes
little...
I crave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Daddy's there. And is essentially like, you got to get this shit together. I'm going to be here while we, like, figure it out because we need to nip it in the bud. Like, people in other sectors are starting to talk about this, you know, this option, essentially, of fleeing.
Of escaping.
Yeah. And how it's possible. Especially if it's 2 people from your military. It's not even, like, civilians.
Yeah.
Well, and plus Juliette, but, like, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah! And Daddy-O's staying around. And
He
Daddy-O is this weird, like, he's never shown his face. Nobody knows what he looks like.
Yeah, he's like anonymous.
Yeah.
Creepy.
He never shows his face. He has, like, a posse of freaking soldiers who follow him around.
Yeah.
His, like, select few.
Yeah.
And he makes them pass on all his information and stuff. But he's, like, top dog.
I was going to say, I feel like he's real high up there.
I think he is main man.
I think so, too.
They started the reestablishment in his house.
You're right.
Yeah. And so, Warner's like, God damn it, I don't want my dad here.
Go away, Dad.
Yeah, so Warner's, like, mental and the writing and all of this is very interesting because it's a lot of, like, his internal dialogue and what he's thinking to himself. And he's spiraling. One, because of his dad. 2, because of his lost prized possession. It's Juliette.
Who he is unhealthily obsessed with.
Yeah, and he's, like, very ashamed that she sort of pulled one over on him, and he, even for a second, thought that she might want him back.
Yeah.
But he's still enamored and completely obsessed with her, and in love with her.
Yeah. It's icky.
It's icky.
I really don't like it.
I don't either. He, at one point, too, like, has a dream that Juliette comes into his room while he's barely conscious.
Yeah, and is, like, telling him that she loves him, and...
Yeah, but then, like, pulls a gun on him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, like, hallucinating Juliette.
Yeah.
And then, so after Daddy comes and visits, he leaves. The dad does.
Yeah.
He comes and goes.
Yeah.
To his own room. He's still there. And Warner...
he's hanging around.
Yeah.
Come on, we went over that already.
Come on. We already did it. Hair flip. And so Warner's like, well, shit, I gotta, like, really get my act together because I gotta impress Daddy.
But he certainly doesn't get his act together.
Not even kind of.
Obsessing over Juliette.
Yeah. Well, his dad tells him that he needs to go search Juliette's room to see if there's, like, any
Clues
information
about where they could have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also scoured freaking Kenji's rooms, too.
Yeah.
So he, like, is nervous to do so and does not want to, like... He's trying to forget about her through all of this, too. He's like, I gotta stop thinking about her because I'm making myself insane.
Yeah.
But he goes to search her room. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
He looks through all her shit. And then on his way out,
He finds her freaking diary.
He finds her freaking diary.
The diary.
The diary.
Come on.
Come on. The one that she wrote in while she was a prisoner.
Yeah.
In the asylum.
Yeah.
And he forgot that he had grabbed it from her the night that they escaped. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I should have had this a long time ago.
And listen, as obsessed as he
Whoa.
Wow. As obsessed as he is with her, how the fuck did he forget that?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of chaos. I
guess. But like...
Yeah, you'd think. He was just very confident that he'd get her back, probably. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, actually.
What does that have to do with the diary?
It doesn't have anything to do with it. Nonetheless, he forgot about it.
Yeah.
Now he has it in his possession. And
I guess he's also been, like, injured and,
Certainly.
sleeping a lot because he's drugging himself, so never mind.
Yeah, come on, Sarah.
All right.
He's not in his right mind. He's hallucinating Juliette.
I got there, okay?
Jeez
I figured it out by myself. You didn't even help, so shut up.
Shut up. So, yeah, he's got this diary. He decides to sit down, crack it open, see what it's about. And
it's wild.
It's wild. The writing in the diary's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very much Juliette trying not to lose her damn mind.
Yeah.
And also spilling her guts about her horrendous upbringing.
Yeah. And she's also, like, run out of paper, so she's written from front to back and then gone back to the beginning and started writing again.
In the margins.
Yeah. So it's, like, all over the place.
Yeah, there's no, like, coherent timeline because it's, multiple days over a page.
Yeah.
And when he starts reading it, he is, like, taken aback and so startled because he didn't expect it to be from her time in the asylum. He expected it to be, while she was boarded up with him.
Yeah.
And he also, like, resonates really deeply with a lot of the things she's writing about.
Which is a bummer, because he's already like, man, we're the same. And now it's even worse.
It's really driving the point home for
him.
Yeah, he really, feels like he was also neglected and abused. I mean, he was.
Certainly.
Yeah. And he really relates to the things she's writing. And he's like, we are the same. We're meant to be together. And I love her. Holy shit.
I just need to make her realize it.
Yeah. And so he starts carrying her little diary around with him everywhere.
Yeah.
And at one point, before he calls this assembly with his sector, he goes back to that torture room. And apparently, I was kind of shook about this. It's like a simulation.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you can plug in whatever you want it to be and it just happens.
Yeah.
So, like, the spikes and perhaps the toddler weren't real.
Yeah, I'm like, was that not even a real toddler?
Yeah. Was any of it real?
Yeah.
What?
What the heck?
Yeah. He's like, and for some reason, you have to be scantily dressed because he put her in that, like, little skimpy thing because all of the sensors or whatever in the room, like, read your body and create this thing based on your chemistry or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, also so that she could
touch people.
The child.
But even he had to be dressed scantily to go in the simulation.
I forgot about that. My God.
Dude. But he sets the simulation up.
Yeah.
To where he's standing in the room and then a version of another of himself appears with a gun pointed at himself.
Yeah.
Saying, like, it won't be long now. Like, it's all going to be okay.
Yeah.
And then he shoots himself.
Yeah.
But doesn't actually because it's a simulation. Obviously, he's alive.
Right.
But, like, what?
Yeah. I don't know. Wild.
What the heck, Warner?
Yeah.
He's obviously very much not okay.
Yeah, he's got some deep-rooted mental issues.
For sure.
Certainly.
That's like just making them real. Creating a version of yourself that wants to unalive yourself.
Yeah.
In the same room as you.
Ugh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
Yeah, the simulation had me shook.
Yeah.
I was like, what the dang heck?
Same.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Now I want to know what else you make in there.
Yeah.
What?
What the heck?
Anyway, he does that. And then he calls the big meeting with all of his sector and is essentially like, yes, these things happened, but we are going to get a grip on it.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to find them, Kenji and Adam specifically, like, you need to kill them on sight.
Yeah.
Like, they're deserters, and we got to take them down. And Juliette is with them. Like, they took her against her will, is what he says.
Yeah.
So we have to save her and off the other two.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. But he can also tell, like, just looking at all the soldiers that they all resent him and wish he had not survived.
Yeah, certainly.
So he's just, like, wallowing in that despair. Wallowing in the Juliette despair.
Yeah.
Losing his damn mind. He's not okay.
Yeah.
Warner's
I want to
okay.
know what he did to make all of his people hate him so much.
Well, he's kind of a jackass.
I mean, certainly,
Yeah.
but he had to have done something bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Outside of just, like, being a jerk.
Well, I also think it probably comes with the territory of being, like, boss man's son. And,
True.
you know, he's 19 and rules the sector. Like, I'm sure they're like, you little bitch. You got it all handed to you on a silver spoon or something. I don't know.
Do they know that he's the... I guess they would.
They would. I mean, at the meeting, he's like, also, like, my daddy's here.
Yeah, you're right.
And don't fuck around.
Yeah. And is this the meeting where he tells them that they're going to start, like, when they're searching... No, never mind. It's later.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
But after that meeting, he goes back to his room and is, like, exhausted still. And is, like, still popping the pills, but he hasn't passed out again.
Yeah.
And Delalue, one of his dad's soldiers comes to his room and is like, your dad requests your presence, like, later tonight for dinner.
Yeah.
And they have this weird, like, show of power standoff. Like, he can tell that his daddy soldier feels like he's ranked higher.
Yeah.
And he has to, like,
above him.
Put him in his place a little bit. Like, next time, you know, don't ever talk to me again. And also, you will, like, salute your freaking commander or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he has to kind of man up. Put him in his place.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't want to go to dinner with daddy.
Stupid daddy.
God damn it.
I hate him.
He freaking blows.
Can't relate.
Yeah, and so he decides to kill some time.
Yeah.
Because dinner's not for quite a while. And he goes into the compound, like where all of the civilians are living.
Oh, yeah.
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 And he's just looking around, seeing how people are living. Apparently, he, like, goes and checks in on these people to see how their living conditions are.
Listen, there's, like, things about Warner that I'm like, is he really that bad?
Right. Is he redeemable?
Yeah.
Is he just doing the, like, evil act because daddy?
Right.
But in his heart of hearts, he knows it's bullshit?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he talked about how it was his idea to create these, like, compounds that were supposed to be temporary out of shipping containers, but his dad liked the idea so much that they've essentially become permanent.
Yeah.
And they keep telling all the civilians that, like, this is temporary, but nothing's ever going to change.
Right.
And so he does a lot of, like, welfare checks and, like, goes and asks people how they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he also talked about that soldier that he muck-ducked in Shatter Me.
Yeah. It was because he, like, beat his wife and...
was starving his children.
His wife was pregnant and he, like...
beat her up so much.
that she lost the baby.
Yeah. He found out that he was just morally corrupt.
Yeah.
And a piece of shit. And abusing his family. And so that's why he did that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know that all my soldiers, like, skim out of the freaking stocks of stuff. Like, they steal stuff.
Yeah.
But I let it slide because, you know, it's negligible and they need that.
Right.
Like, nobody has enough.
Right.
But yeah, that's why he did it. Only later to find that his dad then took care of the rest of the family.
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, because he said something like, you know, if one person in the family is doing it, you have to get rid of the whole family because they're all the same.
Yeah. If one's a traitor, they're all a traitor.
Yeah.
Icky. I know. But
the children, really?
Yeah. What could they have done?
Dude.
They're innocent in all of this.
I hate him.
Ew, daddy. Ugh, sick.
Yeah.
But while he's out visiting, he, like, a dog approaches him. And he, like, has a genuine smile for a while.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time. But he has to, like, sneak around the corner so people don't see him, like, fraternizing with a dog.
Yeah.
And he gives him a snack from his pocket. And the dog's all happy.
Someone sees him, though, doesn't it? Ooh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Glitch.
He sees someone who sees him, and he spots it as Juliette. Or thinks that it's Juliette, at least.
Okay.
Like, he looks up, and this person's running away. And when he tries to go, like, find them, he thinks he caught a glimpse of Juliette.
Yeah.
Which, why would she be there?
Right.
She isn't. I don't think.
Or is she?
Or is she? She's not. From what we learn in Unravel Me.
I know, but, like...
Yeah.
I'm questioning everything.
Yeah, I mean, everything is suspicious and weird.
Certainly.
Yeah. But anyway, he's like, well, shoot, dang, I gotta go back. And he goes back to his room and reads more of her diary. Yeah. He's just, like, obsessed over it.
It's like all he does in his free time is read her diary.
Read and
obsess
reread.
About her.
Yeah. He's like read it over multiple times.
Yep.
Just drowning in her words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really losing his damn mind about it.
Absolutely.
And then he has to go, uh-huh, yep. Are you trying to not say yeah?
Exactly.
Exactly. We need all of the affirmative synonyms.
Affirmative cinnamon.
Good for you, Cinnamon. Anyway.
Way to go, Cinnamon.
Yeah. But then he has to go see good old Daddy.
Ew.
And Sir Pops is like, yo, what's your plan, brother?
What is happening?
I don't know, dude. We didn't
Sick.
get enough sleep. And Warner essentially tells him, like, we've been patrolling the area. Okay, let me slow down. Delalue
Yeah.
told Warner
Uh-huh.
that somebody reported the car that Kenji and them took as stolen, and they were able to track it, but then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
In the middle
Of a field.
of a field.
Yeah.
And so they've been patrolling that area for a long time because they're like, they couldn't have made it far.
Right.
But they haven't found anything.
No.
So, Dad is like, we gotta
We gotta
switch it up.
switch it up.
We're doing my thing.
Yeah. We're only gonna go searching at night now.
Yeah. We don't want the civilians to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And we gotta have, like, surprise. And also, I know about this group. They probably live underground.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a problem.
We gotta find them.
And they want to take us down.
Mm-hmm.
And Warner's like, you've never told me about this. What the
What the
heck? Oh,
Rude.
rude.
I feel like his dad is trying to set him up for failure.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he wants to see him fail. So he has a reason to, like...
Ew, yeah, that's so icky, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him. What is Dad's name? I don't even remember.
I don't know either. I don't know if he has a name. I'm sure he does. Did we
Is
learn
it just Daddy?
Daddy. Pops. Mick Popston. Anyway, the dad also asks him, like, what he found in Juliette's room.
Yeah, and Warner tells him nothing.
Yeah, but
He
his
doesn't
dad...
say anything about the diary.
I know.
But
Dad is like, you like her.
mm-hmm.
You got the hots.
Yeah.
And
Every time someone brings her up, you get all weird.
Yeah, you're weird right now, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Warner's like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. And he's like, great. So when we find them, you're fine that she's also going to be taken out.
Yeah.
By the way, all of them gotta go.
Yeah.
She's not worth it, regardless of her power. Like, she's collateral. They're all going down.
She's a freaking flight risk.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Warner's like trying to hide that he's obviously upset by that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just learns, well, his dad is just puppeteering now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Certainly. And so that's what starts happening. Like, they're patrolling during the day.
They start looking
Still not finding a goddamn
at
thing.
night, not during the day.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
said.
meant.
Yep, I know.
And they're still not finding anything.
Yeah.
None of it.
No car.
No car.
No Juliette. No,
No
Adam,
nothing.
No Kenji.
No nothing.
No
No.
anything. You said no nothing. That's double negative.
Well, deal with it. But yeah, they've been doing these patrols, still haven't found anything, and Warner feels like he's losing his damn mind because he's barely getting any sleep now that he is, working during the day as the leader of the sector and then patrolling at nighttime.
Yeah.
Like, he gets very little sleep. He's exhausted.
Well, and I feel like he's still healing.
For sure.
Like,
yeah, from his wound. And he's spiraling deeper and deeper into her diary the more he reads it. Mm-hmm. And is just losing his shit. And he has another, like, nightmare or living. He has another hallucination that Juliette's in his room. Mm-hmm. And she's, like, stalking towards him seductively, seemingly. Yeah. And gets, like, on top of him, and he's sort of submitting to her. And then
she pulls a bang bang on him.
Uh-huh.
And tells him the thing that he told himself in the simulation.
Sure does.
What the heck, dude?
What the heck,
What does it mean?
What does it mean? And after that nightmare, I think that's when he goes back to the compound and the dog thing happens. And he thinks he sees Juliette, and he's like, what is happening? I'm losing my fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this girl has destroyed me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can play these games anymore as far as the reestablishment is concerned. Like, his mentality has shifted completely about what's going on. Like, he doesn't want to just aim, like, you know, wildly kill people for doing nothing.
Yeah.
And he... also is falling down the hole of, like, I have fallen for her so completely and so thoroughly that it's, like, completely destroyed me and I'm not myself.
Yeah.
And that's literally where the novella ends, is him just losing his damn mind. I think he, like, collapses after the dog or something, and he's, like, just spiraling. He has all this running dialogue of how he's in it deep.
Yeah.
And doesn't know what the heck to do about it. So we got a very interesting, like, glimpse into Warner.
Yeah.
And his inner turmoil.
Yeah.
And he's insane.
He absolutely is. But I wonder... God, I'm excited for his character arc, dude.
I know.
Like, I feel like he is redeemable. Mm-hmm. Because he's, like, doing some of the things that he's doing for good.
Yeah.
But he's also psycho. Mm-hmm. So I'm very interested.
I feel like he has a really unfortunate place in life. Mm-hmm. Like, he's forced in this position of being evil man's son.
Yeah.
Who then has to be his, you know, enforcer. Like, carry out the actions that are placed upon him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to be that person. But he has known nothing else. And, like, obviously can't defy his father because he's abusive as hell.
Right.
And it's just a really sad place to be. And so through all of that trauma, I feel like he's just lost his mind. And then on top of it, all of these new circumstances with Juliette and whatever. Like, it's too much. He's cracked. Mm-hmm. He's cracked.
Poor guy.
So I don't know if, like, Warner progressing forward is going to end up somehow on the side of the Omega Point or whatever. Or at least on the side of Juliette.
Right.
Whatever she ends up doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm interested, though. This series kind of sucked me. And
it's very interesting.
It's so good.
I like it a lot.
I do, too.
What did you rate this little novella? We got to review it real fast.
I was going to say, do we want to do a review now or at the end?
We might as well do it now since we just talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gave it 4 stars. What about you?
I also gave it 4 stars.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed getting the perspective of Warner.
Yes.
Because we didn't get much of that. Obviously, in the beginning, it was all from Juliette's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, seeing sort of why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like I would have given it 5 stars if it had been, like, more of a full-length novel.
Yeah.
I just wanted more from it. Like,
for sure.
There was no conflict resolution at all.
No. Yeah, it's very...
just kind of left in this, like, okay, but now what?
Yeah.
It was such an abrupt ending that I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah. No, I fully agree with that. I also gave it 4 stars. Mm-hmm. I do really enjoy the perspective from Warner and learning more about him. I felt like it was very, very much the same thing over and over again, with very little storyline progression. It was mostly the internal war within Warner, and I like want to crap on that because it was so repetitive, but it also I think was very intentional in the way of like doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of sanity.
Yeah.
Like he is in this loop and constant cycle of thinking about Juliette and thinking about what's wrong with him and thinking about like their shared pasts or like things that are in common. So I think it was well written in that respect.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I mean, it was a novella. And maybe that's just why it's a 4-star.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah.
But it was a good additive to the story. I wasn't mad at it at all.
Certainly.
I just wanted, like, more of it, I guess.
I want a full-length novel. And I wonder... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you wonder?
You know?
Do I?
I wonder if we're going to get more of Warner's perspective. I feel like we're going to have to at some point, right?
Perhaps.
In this...
lengthy series.
9-book series.
Well, yeah, and there's another...
Well, listen.
There's
2,
many.
3, 4,
It's
5,
9.
6-book series with...
novellas.
5 novellas.
That's so many novellas.
3, no.
There's 2 and 2 books, so that's 4 plus
5.
Yeah.
I was right.
We got really off track. I'm sure that we will he will be mixed into the pot again soon. Mm-hmm. I'm certain that they're all gonna come back together in some way. Yeah, but it was good. I enjoyed it. It was fast.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah.
I really, really, really like her writing.
Me too. I really enjoy her writing.
Interesting.
Style. I know. I feel like
unlike anything I've read before.
Certainly.
In the really writing it from the character's perspective, where you're getting this repetitive,
yeah,
crazy, kind of discombobulated story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like her writing style. I know I told you that, on Goodreads, I saw some people shitting on the writing style. And I was like, but it's, very poetic. There's so many times where I'm like, this could literally be plucked and, made into a stanza. And it would be a poem. It's
certainly
beautiful in the way that she uses words that play off with one another. And, I don't know. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
She's got good writing. But, yeah.
Way to go, Tahereh Mafi.
Heck yeah, Tahereh Mafi. All right, dude. So then, we also read the first 13 chapters of Unravel Me.
Yeah, we did.
So we're back with freaking Juliette and Adam and Kenji at Omega Point.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts out with Juliette in a training room. Mm-hmm. On the ground, defeated, questioning her life decisions. And, the validity of Omega Point. She's not completely sold on them.
I'm right there with her.
Yeah, me too.
Certainly.
They seem a little sus. For sure.
Yeah.
But she talks about how she's been tasked with harnessing her energy, which is what Castle tells her it is. This power that she has, she needs to learn how to control it.
Gotta tap into it so she can control.
Because that would be crazy. If she could control when she can be touched or not, that would be a life changer for her.
Hell yeah, dude.
She could actually have a normal life if she can freaking, not hurt people when they touch her. That would be amazing. Yeah. So she's meant to be doing this, but she feels hopeless. She hasn't made any progress whatsoever. She feels like it's a waste of time and it's not doing anything. And she doesn't fucking understand what he means by harness your energy.
Yeah.
Which, fair. And
yeah, can you give me a little more how?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do that?
I know.
Castle.
Yeah.
What kind of name is that anyways?
Yeah. You aren't a giant building.
You don't have turrets.
Or a moat. Come on.
Where's your drawbridge?
Damn it, Castle. But Castle comes in.
Yeah.
And he's sort of at the end of his freaking fuse with her.
Yeah,
he's getting irritated with her. He's like, listen, okay, you came in here, so willing to work with us, excited about the prospect of other people sharing your affliction. Mm-hmm. And you were talking to people. It sounded like you would thrive.
Friends.
Yeah. But you've been here 2 weeks. And after the third day, you reclused.
Yeah, she kind of shut off.
Stopped talking to people. And stopped trying to make progress and be dedicated to the process or whatever. And she does talk about how she was getting weird glances. People are afraid of her. They're keeping their distance and, talking smack and whispering under their breath when she passes and stuff. And so that's a big reason why she hasn't been talking to people.
Yeah, and that's really fucked up, in a community of other people who have issues also.
Yeah.
Issues, powers, whatever.
Yeah.
To have that judgment, you would expect these people to be more open and nice,
Yeah, I have to imagine, though, that the people that are doing this to her, because it's, 56 of them or whatever who have powers, and the rest of the people there are, their families and whatever. Yeah. So it's probably the people who don't have any idea what it means to be deadly with a touch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And, the other people who have powers are different.
Yeah. And
so not necessarily deadly.
Yeah. And even they seem to avoid her. She hasn't made any real connections. And so Castle's pushing her. He's like, you need to get your shit together, basically. I am losing my patience.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's time that you train with someone else. And Juliette's like, I thought you said I couldn't train with other people. And he's like, well, I don't know what to do with you, basically. You need a kick in the ass. And she's like, oh, what? So now you're going to train me? You're, finally willing to? And he's like, no.
He's like, I ain't got time for that. I'm a castle.
My moat takes a lot of energy. But your good old buddy Kenji said that he would train with you.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? I haven't seen him in a while. In the time that I've been here.
I feel like they're, keeping her from Kenji and Adam.
Yeah, she barely gets to see Adam.
Sketchy.
Yeah. Well, Kenji is a big top
he's
guy.
He's got power, yeah.
So he's busy.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of work to do. So I'm sure he doesn't have time to babysit her.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, we changed his schedule around enough so he can train with you.
Yeah.
So expect that tomorrow morning you're going to, like, have breakfast together. And she's like, no, I want to have breakfast with Adam because that's the only time I see him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, tough shit, dude.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Princess.
You got to do something here. You got to contribute.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, our time is ticking. Like, war's on the horizon. You need to be able to be a productive member of our pack or whatever. Our pack of...
Are we wolves?
Pack of wolves. In a castle. And she's, like, all huffy and puffy about this, you know. Unhappy.
Yeah.
She's like, God.
She's, like, throwing a little toddler fit.
Idiots. And she goes back to her room and is, like, reflecting on all this. And the next morning, when she's supposed to meet Kenji, it's, like, her only time to see Adam.
Yeah.
And so she, like, immediately is heading to him. And she sort of filled us in on the fact that she rarely sees Adam. They obviously can't bunk together because they're in, like, separated between men and women quarters. Yeah. And, like, you know, it's communal bathrooms, so they're not trying to have the ladies and men be bathing together.
Yeah.
And it's distracting and whatever. And that he's been acting really off anytime that they have seen each other. Mm-hmm. Like, he's very broody and isn't sharing any of his shit because he's been working a lot with Castle, who assumes he has some sort of power.
Yeah, because Juliette can touch him.
Yeah. And so we get that little bit of information. Mm-hmm. And then she goes to breakfast, and she's headed towards Adam. And
she gets intercepted.
Kenji's like, hey, girl.
Hey, babe.
What up? How you be doing?
We friends now.
Do you remember me? You remember you're supposed to have breakfast with me? Come on. And so they end up having breakfast, the three of them.
Yeah.
And Adam's acting weird.
He's acting real weird.
He's acting weird as hell.
I got real sus of Adam during all of this.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he acting so fucking weird?
Why is he acting so weird?
What the hell's going on?
I know.
We figure it out at the end of this section, but...
We do. But yeah, he's acting weird as hell.
Yeah.
And the breakfast is awkward, and, like, Kenji's, you know, trying to make light of it. And Castle had said that if you get in good with Kenji, then other people will accept you because everyone loves him.
Everyone loves Kenji.
Yeah, and while they're having breakfast, Castle approaches them, and Adam, like, shuts down. Like, he won't even look at Castle. He won't say a goddamn word. Yeah. And Castle's just, like, checking in with Kenji and Violet. Nope. Juliette about their upcoming training. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Adam's, like, real shut down. And at one point, Juliette's like, you need to tell me what's going on. Like, what's happening? Anyone tell me anything.
Someone, please.
And nobody will tell her a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And also, I think before this breakfast, Adam and, sorry about the fireworks, guys. Stop it, neighbors.
Come on.
Come on. It's the 6th. Shoot. But
it's also, I took my watch.
It's also 10 p.m. Prior to this breakfast, they happened to be able to, like, sneak away. Like, he came and visited her room. And they were getting kind of hot and heavy.
Oh, yeah. And then the healers came in.
Yeah, but even before that, Adam started acting kind of strange. Like, they were getting hot and heavy, and he started, like, withdrawing a little bit. And he's like, no, like, I can't do this, essentially. Yeah. And acting weird. And she's like, what's all that about? Like, he is pulling back from me and acting like it's too much for him. Like, I don't understand.
What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
Why doesn't he love me anymore?
Yeah. And then Sonia and Sarah come back, and they're like, we'll go. And she's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
So that did happen before. And so she's already, like, on high alert about what the heck. About what the heck, Sarah.
About what the heck.
And she's trying to ask all these questions of Castle and of Adam at this breakfast, and nobody will say anything. And so
Which is kind of fucked up. Like, y'all have your suspicions. Why not tell her?
Yeah.
Why not? Are you keeping her in the dark?
Yeah, I mean,
messed up.
When they do tell her, it is a lot. But, like, nonetheless, you should...
Yeah, but I feel like if they would have told her earlier... I don't know.
Maybe it could also have been motivation for her.
Yeah.
In her training.
To harness her freaking powers and see if she can control that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But then Kenji's like, all right, baby, we gotta go train. And he's still all flirty and weird with her. Yeah. I love Kenji, actually.
I do too. He's real sassy.
He's really cute.
I love their banter.
Me too. They're definitely good buds, even though she doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
But on their way to the training room, she's like, you have to tell me what's going on, dude. Like, I can't keep being left in the dark. Like, what the fuck? And Kenji's like, she's like, you know, don't you? And he's like, I mean, yeah, I do. But, like, we don't need to, we're not talking about this.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, take me to wherever freaking castle and Adam just went.
Yeah.
Take me there.
Now, bitch.
I want to see what the fuck he's doing. Because she's assuming that Castle's, like, messing him up or something. Because he's not himself. And so they go to this, like, weird, dark dungeon situation.
Dungeon, yeah. It feels like a torture dungeon.
It sure does. And there's a bunch of powered people in different rooms undergoing like weird machines. Tests.
Yeah.
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 That have to do with their power in some capacity.
Yeah. Feels a little bit like clinical trial-y. Like, what are you doing to these poor people?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that Castle's justification for it all is, like, we need to understand these powers to be able to utilize them to our advantage. But they're like in these weird glass cages being freaking tested.
Yeah. And it seems like a valid reason, like, that I can see there being justification for that. And if the people are willing, then fine.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's any people who are not willing to be undergoing all of these tests and they're being forced to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm real sketchy of this whole Omega Point situation.
All very weird.
I just have a lot of questions.
Me too. I'm like, are you guys actually good guys, or are you just trying to, like, make a superhero team?
Right.
Regardless.
To take over the government and then become your own government.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. To maybe not make it better, but then you're gonna be like, we have weird power. You can't fuck with us.
Right.
I don't know. But she's passing all of these rooms, and then starts hearing, like, I don't know, agony. And they come upon Adam's room. Yeah. And he's, like, strapped down to a table, like, clearly in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
With tubes and shit hooked up to him. And Castle's just in the corner, like, taking notes while he's writhing in pain.
Yeah.
And she starts raging. Like, she's pissed.
Yeah.
She's assuming that Castle's torturing him or something. Like, doesn't understand what this test could possibly be.
Yeah.
And that Adam couldn't have consented to this. And she's getting real big mad.
Yeah, she wants to storm in there and, like, rip Adam off the table and save him.
I think she starts, like, yelling through the window at Castle and at Adam.
Well, and I feel like she's trying to get in there, isn't she? And Kenji stops her.
Yeah, and Castle comes storming out.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the hell are you doing here?
What the damn hoodle?
And also, calm the fuck down.
Settle.
Like,
you're making a scene.
Yeah.
These people are already afraid of you, and you're out here yelling. That's not going to help, dude.
Yeah, and Adam went into this willingly. Yeah. Like, we're trying to figure his shit out. You need to relax. And she's like, no, I don't fucking trust you. Like, what could you possibly be doing that's causing him this much pain?
Yeah.
Like, why is it necessary? What are you finding? She has all these questions, and she's pissed.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, 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 slowly roll. And she wants to attack him. She wants to kill Castle.
Yeah.
And Kenji's, like, holding her back. But then what happens, Sarah? Do you remember?
She freaking punches the ground.
She suddenly rage punches.
Rage punches the ground, and the whole fucking, like, ground splits open. The friggin' tunnels are starting to collapse and shit.
They're shaking. The whole compound is, like...
Yeah, she fucked some shit up.
She just, like, Hulk punches downwards.
Yeah.
And creates a chasm.
Yeah.
What the heck?
What the hoodle?
What the damn hell?
Yeah, dude.
And goes unconscious.
Yeah.
Like, she passes the fuck out.
Yeah, like, she used too much of her power.
Yeah, energy. She drained herself. And, obviously everyone's terrified of her.
Yeah.
But they end up getting her to the hospital wing or whatever. And she, like... eventually comes to, and the healers are there, Sarah and Sonia, and they're being very kind. Like, they're like, it's okay, woosah,
settle down, it's okay.
Almost completely depleted your energy, and anyone else would have died. So we don't know what the heck happened here, and why you're living, but
you need to relax.
You almost destroyed our little compound here. Yeah, like, the tunnels were shaking, people were afraid they were going to split open.
Yeah.
And Juliette's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the dang?
Well, and she wakes up, like, in a lot of pain for I guess probably her hand hurts. I'm pretty sure she fucked her hand up.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the heck? Adam got shot and he was perfectly fine like a day later, and they can't heal her because they can't freaking touch her.
Yeah, because their powers are transferred by touching people.
Yeah.
And they have gloves on and stuff. Like, they're doing all that they can for her, but they can't use their power on her.
God.
Dang, dude.
I wish she would, like, I understand why she is being the way she is, but I wish she would stop being so fucking stubborn and actually train.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like it would help her. It would, and I love her, and I want her to be okay.
I know, Juliette. We just wish the best for you, baby. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be overwhelming, but, like, if you were to be able to harness that, it would completely change your life.
It would absolutely change your life for the better.
Yeah, and I know that, like, I think she's super afraid of, you know, being honed to be this weapon.
Yeah.
Because she knows that Castle has the intention of utilizing her in whatever war is upcoming. Like, she could do a lot of damage.
Certainly. But if she's able to control it,
right,
then she can say when she's using it and when she's not.
Yeah. I know. So, and especially all these other things. Like, it's not only the touch, but she has random Hulk smash. Like, she
can tear open steel.
She can become a savage animal and rip through steel. Like, what in the heck?
Yeah, she's wily.
Yeah, but she's not okay.
Wily.
But she is alive.
Yeah.
So there's that. Mm-hmm. And at one point, Kenji comes in, and he seems, like, super standoffish and distrustful of her. Mm-hmm. He's like, weird how we ended up being paired together to train, and then weird how you convinced me to, like, take you down to see Adam to then be in close quarters with Castle, and then weird how you then exploded with rage and attacked. Like, were you using me to take down the establishment, basically, our establishment?
Almost like he thinks she's a mole or something.
Yeah. And she's like, no, dude, no, I'm sorry. I really don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't know what happened.
I was mad. I love Adam, okay?
I literally have no clue. And Kenji's like, yeah, we really got to figure that out, baby.
Yeah.
Sweetie honey darling. Good Lord. He almost killed everybody. Not just freaking Castle, but, like, everybody.
Yeah, and if you thought people were afraid of you before, check again.
Yeah.
Honey boo boo.
I know. And at one point, Sarah and Sonia say something like, you know, if people just got to know you, like, it would be okay. Yeah. And they were like, we barely know you, and we think you're wonderful.
Yeah.
Sweeties. And I know. And it's very much like an olive branch. And Julia takes it as that. She's like,
I am going to start trying to be a better friend to these people. Like, they're always asking me how I'm doing. I'm going to ask them how they're doing.
Yeah. I'm going to start, like, opening up to them. I've never had friends that are girls. Like, I want to be friends with them. It's just scary and hard.
And she says, like, thank you or something to one of them and thinks that's, like, a huge step.
Yeah.
Like, that's sad.
Sweetie honey darling. I mean, to be fair to her, for the last year, she was locked in a freaking cell.
Certainly. Like, how is she supposed to know how to freaking talk to people?
And she's been bullied and ostracized for her entire life by everybody who's meant to be close to her, family and otherwise. Like,
I would
Adam
push
was the
people
only
away
one.
Too.
Yeah. It's upsetting. But then, Kenji's like, listen. Mm-hmm. We gotta go back to your room, and Adam and Castle are waiting for you.
Yeah.
And he leaves or something, and the girls, like, escort her back to her room. And she's like, no, I can do it. And they're like, no, like, we're taking you.
Yeah.
And I think it's very sweet. I feel like they're both trying to protect her without saying much about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're taking her all the way to their room and, like, making sure that she gets in there safe and kind of eyeing the guys. They're like, don't fuck with her.
She needs to be okay.
She needs to rest.
Settle down.
Don't do anything weird.
Yeah.
And then she goes in.
Dude.
What
the heck in?
And Castle's like, that was quite the show, lady.
Yeah, what the heck?
And I'm really pissed, but that's not why we're here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But Adam wanted me to come with him to tell you. And Adam's sitting there, fiddling, like, with his thumbs, not saying a damn word. Yeah. Completely avoiding her
weird.
And what did they learn, Sarah?
Well, dude, Adam is a shield or something.
He can.
I mean, he's
he can stomp out power. It's not even a shield.
Yeah.
He can make it stop. Like, if he touches someone, it, like, dissolves their power.
It takes their power.
I'm trying to think of the word, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But when he's, like, comfortable with someone.
Yeah, his body does it naturally. The whole, like, block and powers thing.
Yeah. So, like, when he's with Julia and he's super comfortable and he trusts her and he's letting his guard down, it, like, nullifies his powers a little bit.
Yeah.
So...
his body doesn't feel in danger.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, like, inherently protect itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when he's with Julia, as they've gotten closer... Julia.
That's the second time, so I figured I'd tell you.
I'm shocked you didn't call me out the first time.
I was just going to let it slide.
That's closer than Violet.
It sure is. That's why I didn't talk shit.
When he's with Juliette and they, you know, they've gotten closer and started trusting each other more, his body isn't stamping out her power anymore, so she's starting to hurt him when they touch.
Yeah.
And that's why he's been being real weird and distant.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I know. Yeah, Castle talks about how, because she's like, well, what about, like, the healing and, you know, how, what? And he's like, well, when you guys came here, he was in, like, you know, dire need of healing.
Yeah.
And his body knew that, like, that's what it needed. And
Yeah.
so it dropped its power to allow the healers to heal him.
Yeah, dude.
But if it's not, you know, present danger, he doesn't feel in danger, then the power isn't just going to act on its own.
Right.
And so he's got to train that, but, like, also you could possibly kill him. Mm-hmm. Because now he's comfortable with you and can feel your power. Dude! That's where we ended also.
That's literally where we ended. Cliffhanger. We're really good at that.
Oh my god. Without even trying.
Yeah, every time.
I know. But what a fucked up chain of events.
Dude, like the one person that she's allowed herself to get close to and she fully trusts.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
She immediately is like, oh. Like, not even the one light.
Yeah.
I can't even have that.
Yeah.
And I really hope that, like, this, rather than making her spiral into this depressive hole, turns it around.
Yeah,
to be
gives
like,
her the motivation to train her power.
I need to learn how to control this because I love Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he's got to control his own, too.
Certainly.
So maybe he can stamp her power out when he wants to, you know. And hopefully they find a weird balance. But, like, dang, dude. I feel so bad for her.
I know. So then why, how can she touch Warren?
I don't know. I wonder if he has the same shit as Adam or if he has his own weird power.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe he is also a diffuser or whatever they called it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he is. Because he touches her. But he also, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he spent so much time with her that you would think that he would also have felt as comfortable. Like, he made Juliette spend every day all the time with him. Like, meals and otherwise.
Right.
And even in the novella, he talked about, like, you know, I was letting my guard down with her. Like, I felt we were getting closer.
Yeah.
And I felt like she was getting comfortable and deciding to stay and, like, saw a future. Like, so why...
It's gotta be different then.
Maybe.
Has to be.
Dude... I'm shook.
Yeah, me too. This series is so good.
It's nuts! I know.
I really like it so far.
I do too. What do you think's going to happen next, Sarah?
I have absolutely no idea.
I know. I don't either.
I cannot guess. I feel like every, like, little plot twist has completely thrown me for a loop.
Yeah, fair. Same. She's doing a really good job at that.
Yeah.
Okay, Tahereh Mafi.
Way to go, Tahereh Mafi.
Dang, girl. But we know, not from Unravel Me, but we know that Warner's patrolling.
Yeah.
During the night. So he's got to be somewhere nearby. He might make an entrance soon.
Yeah. I feel like certainly maybe they're going to find them. I don't know. Maybe that'll be the end of this book.
Maybe. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, Adam and Juliette are going to be stuck in this weird, like, Romeo and Juliet situation. Like,
want each other
love.
but can't have each other.
Yeah, but also hopefully both be working on themselves to be able to come back to one another.
And I feel like Castle's definitely a bad guy.
Yeah, he's got something.
Yeah.
He's got
if
something.
If not all of Omega Point, at least Castle.
Yeah, there's some weird about everything. I don't know.
I don't trust the situation at all.
Oh my god. But I am really enjoying it.
I am too.
I'm very excited to see what happens.
Yeah, me too.
And I am also like, are we going to be able to put it down after this book?
I know. We might have to go on to the next one.
I do want to read them.
The nice thing about this series is, I feel like it's not so
dense. It's
but
not,
it is at the same time.
It is.
But it's easy.
It's a fast read. And it's easy writing. I feel like, you know, I mean, talk about freaking City Brass trilogy. Like, it's chewy. It's a lot to digest. Same goes with SJM. Like, it's a lot. Yeah. And this one feels less than that, but it's still such a good story at the heart of it. I'm really enjoying it.
Me too.
Shoot, dude.
I know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I know. What else are you reading right now, Sarah?
Oh, gosh.
I know.
So many things.
We didn't really prepare for this segment, and I forgot.
No. Well, shoot.
Well, you finished Pucking Around.
I did finish Pucking Around. I gave it 3.5 stars in case you were wondering.
Yeah, you gotta go watch her check-in if you want to know about that.
Yeah. I also finished The Six by Annie Taylor. I gave that a 2.5 star. Mm-hmm. The end blew it.
Weirdos.
If you want to hear more, you gotta check out the check-in.
Sure do.
Check out the check-in.
Check out the check-in.
And I finished.
And we finished.
The
Kingdom of Copper.
Whoa. Whoa. That is a whole different book. We also finished Kingdom of Copper.
Okay, so which one is it? Cocker or Copter? The Kingdom of Copper.
I promise you, I'm not drunk.
We just didn't sleep, friends. By S.A. Chakraborty. We just finished that. Yeah. We both gave it a 5-star, guys.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear about it,
read it.
Come
please.
on.
Also reading, and you're also reading,
The Elder
Light of the Seven Kingdoms by
Peppa Aubin. Who is an author on TikTok. She's self-published.
Yeah.
Her book just came out.
Yeah.
And
watch out for a review for that.
Yeah, dude.
And Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelley
Van Pelt. For a book club.
Yeah.
Which is interesting thus far, but also not interesting. It's confusing.
Yep.
I'm also reading Namesake by Adrienne Young.
Okay.
I'm about halfway through.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm enjoying that.
Good.
And we just got Reckless by Lauren Roberts and really want to read that.
Yeah, I think we're going to read that before we read Empire of Gold.
Yeah, which is
the third in the David Bad trilogy.
Yeah.
City Brass.
But, like, we fucking loved Powerless. So I feel like we have to dive into it.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. We got the BNN exclusives, guys.
It's so pretty. Oh, my God. I'm also listening to Pucking Wild on Audible, which is
the
sequel to Pucking Around.
Yeah.
And I'm also, I think that's it. Because I'm going to try to power through book club book before next week.
Elder. Yeah,
and The Elder.
I know, we got a lot of reading.
Oh my God.
We're both reading far too many books at once.
Certainly.
It's a lot to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. What are you guys reading?
Yeah.
Let us know.
If you, nope. That's
not the place.
That's not this one.
Yeah, there's lots happening in our world of reading. What's up?
Who needs to calm the fuck down for you this week,
Oh,
Danielle?
shoot. Dang. Are we combining the two? Destroy Me and Unravel Me?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Well, I think Castle.
Okay.
I feel like he's really cryptic and not actually helpful.
Yeah.
And who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's suspicious as hell.
Certainly suspicious.
Yeah. Who needs to calm down for you, dude?
Friggin' Warner's dad.
Yeah.
Dude.
God, Daddy. Come on.
Don't like that
Daddy. Guy. Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah. Who do you guys think need to calm down?
Yeah.
Come on. Tell us.
I
think that's all the things.
I guess you're probably right.
But y'all, listen. Wherever.
Next week.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, next week. We should say that.
Next week, we are
continuing and Unraveling Me. We're continuing
we need to go to bed.
Unravel Me. Yeah.
We're continuing reading Unravel Me.
Sure are.
And we'll be reading chapters 14 through 45.
Sweet.
So.
Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome. Make sure that you read ahead so that you can join us next week.
Yeah, for sure. And please subscribe or follow on whatever platform you're listening or watching on. Thank you to the YouTube folks watching. We really appreciate you. And give us a rating on the podcast platforms. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened to my voice.
Cocker, copter.
It was really good.
Unraveling Me. We're a mess. We need to go to
We
bed.
sure are, yeah. Like
right.
7 hours ago.
Certainly.
Leave us some comments, interact with us.
Please.
And you can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Books and Crannies Podcast.
Yes.
TikTok, we're the most active, so if you want to come chat with us, you should.
Yeah. We're also, for the not YouTube folks, on YouTube at Books and Crannies Podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, also YouTube. You can watch the chaos unfold if you'd like.
Certainly.
And, well, shoot. Thanks so much for listening and or watching.
Yeah.
We love you.
Happy freaking reading.
Happy freaking reading.
And we'll see you next week.
Sure will.
Okay.
Bye.